Good morning, good evening, wherever you are. We are starting to do something new. We're going to try this. We're going to see how it works. I'm going to film my day-to-day, what I do, my woodworking life. That's what we call this. On my iPhone. Sebastian's going to edit it all together and we'll see how that goes. And then we're going to continue creating content with more direction. So the quick tips will continue, the build videos will continue, as well as dedicated videos to like how we do this, how we do that. So hope you enjoy, hope you stick with us. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel if you're new. And this video will be a bit of an introductory into maybe who I am, what we do here. Ever since my YouTube channel got erased, hacked, I don't know exactly. I've been feeling a little lost because I get so many emails now, and before I used to have videos that I could direct people to, and they're all gone. Literally, they are all gone. And we've decided we want to mostly remake all the videos. That's just what we've decided, and that's kind of an opinion we've gotten from a lot of you also. So we'll be filming on the iPhone, and we're gonna see how this goes. So behind me, boom, right here, this is our offices. This is where my shop was for many, many years. I was in here for about 6 or 7 years. 50 by 30 building. All my tools were shoehorned in there. Right beside here is actually a shipping container. We just put a little board and batten wall on it. And that's actually our staff room, where my guys and gals can go there, have their coffee, their lunch, and hang up their equipment. And here is our workhorse of this whole operation. This is our radio frequency vacuum kiln. If you didn't already know, these things are awesome. We can dry 3-inch thick lumber in about 7 to 10 days with a little tweaks here and there depending what species. And if I keep twirling around here, way up here is where our wood shop is now. It's about 120 feet long, 40 feet wide, very, very nice space. There used to be animals in here. We kicked them out, we poured a concrete floor, we put in some lighting, put in some electrical. That all sounds really, really easy, doesn't it? Sounds very inexpensive as well. It's not. It's been a massive investment in this shop location, but you know what? I wouldn't have it done any other way. My wife and I live here on this property, and I either walk to work or I drive literally 30 seconds to work. So no complaints on the investment, and things are paying off. So let's see what's going on. One of the first things I have to do today is, well, every day, is I'm gonna walk in here, I'm gonna check the vacuum kiln. So let's do that now. Okay, so we're inside the chamber now. I'm gonna turn the camera around and you're gonna see the brain center. Okay, here it is, a 20,000 watt microwave box, basically is what this is. We can control the temperature. Here's the temperature of the wood in there right now. This is my vacuum setting. We got a couple electrical gizmos here, some lights flashing. It's a touch screen, so I can come in here and I can adjust all this stuff. And I need to just come in here, make sure my numbers are lining up correctly, making sure the temperature in the vacuum is all running pretty good. It also has a hydraulic press. So if we come over here, we have a little gauge, and it has a min and max, so I just make sure that black dial is in there. And everything looks like it's running great. And you know what I don't do enough is stop and check out the view. We have a beautiful view here. It looks on and on and on. Beautiful garbage dumpster in the way. Maybe I should do something about that. Okay, so here we are inside the shop, which always has a lot of lumber, like a lot of lumber. This is our CNC that we use to flatten all the bigger slabs on. We ship a lot of lumber with my legacy lumber company. So this is heading out to Puerto Rico. So that's really, really exciting. And this is actually Andrew. He is working here part-time, currently in school. A little loud over here, I apologize. We got the wide belt sander running. And this is a single slab walnut. Look at this beauty. So pretty easily one guy can handle a slab like this. We have a rolling cart, slab's gonna come out of the big wide belt sander. We can put it right onto the cart and roll it right around for the next pass. All right, single slab walnut table through the wide belt. This is actually the top side. We have some more filling to do. We had a lot of metal in here. You can see the staining, and the metal's actually still in here. And then we got some smaller kind of bug holes and a little bit of a bark inclusion. So we'll be filling this with the Chemtech natural product, which should be ready to get sanded tomorrow. We have actually a photo shoot going on today that we're doing for the Chemtech containers. So this is going to be on one of the containers. This will be on another container. We have an olive wood over here that's going to be on another container. Always got tables on the go. This one's been a long work in progress. We've been waiting for the client to be ready to accept this table, so we haven't really been working too hard on it. We have a workshop coming up too, so we have a whole bunch of forms that we're building. You can see these are the epoxy forms that we do. We put some wood in there, pour the epoxy. Another epoxy desk on the go. Another form getting put back together. They are reusable, which is nice. This is the olive wood. Woo! 55 liters of the Chemtech thick product. This was poured at 3 inches. And like I said, 55 liters cured perfectly. And then we have 2 new tables here, which we'll be showing the students at the workshop. We're gonna be router surfacing this one probably. This is a white oak, and it's got a silver gray tinted metallic pigment in there. And then we have a spalted maple with a little bit of a blue tint in here. Very, very light on the pigment. Really liking how these are turning out. And these are good to go. You can see here, today is Tuesday. This was poured on Wednesday last week. So that one is pretty much good to go. This is the cast product from Chemtech, and this is the thick product from Chemtech. This one takes a little bit longer to cure, but you can do more volume, more thickness, a little bit faster to cure, not as thick, a little less volume. It's that simple. Oh, thanks, Justin. And we have this epoxy river table that Justin just sprayed yesterday. This has a water-based spray on it from Envirolac. Really liking the color of the walnut. It doesn't yellow at all, so it really, really leaves it natural. I think it looks fantastic. All right, so everyone's busy in there. That's fantastic. I'm heading up to the sawmill area. Sorry about the little wiggle wobbles. The big sawmill, we recently got, we had a motor issue on the drive motor or the up and down, I don't remember. And we had to replace some of the VFDs that control those motors. And ever since, it's kind of been glitchy. It has been glitchy, and right now I don't think it's working at all. Let me turn the camera around, I'll show you the area. Here is our sawmill area. We got a little mini excavator that really helps out around here, especially loading the wood miser. So we got a standard kind of old school 1992 wood miser LT40. And this cuts kind of our smaller stuff. You can see Troy cut a whole bunch of round cookies yesterday. And we cut our like 5/4 material like this. And yeah, this is what we get every day. Nice sunrise. Very, very lucky to be working out here. This is, we love what we do, even though it is a little muddy around here, but what can you do? So this is one of the sawmills. This one I actually cut right here. There's a line there. We can take out 2 of these bolts and we can slide this whole end out. We can cut about 42 inches wide. And that's before I had this beast of a sawmill that we can cut about 72 inches wide through this frame. But like I said, right now, it's kind of having issues going up and down or driving forward, reverse. The blade's working fine. It's just these motors. See up here, we have a lift motor and a drive motor. And I'm gonna try and figure that out right now. It looks like Troy's already taken apart the little control panel that we have. So hopefully I can figure something out. Okay, so I'll give you a little rundown what we have. We have an up-down motor and then a drive motor, as well as a big motor that runs the blade. I had no problems with the motor that runs the blade. It was the up-down and the drive that were being funny. So here's our main control station. We have an up-down switch. So you can see here, if I push this, goes up. If I push down, sawmill goes down. So I have got that one working. We also have another control panel here. This red, launch switch that does the main motor. And then we have a rheostat here that we can turn to adjust the drive speed as well as a forward reverse. So I flick the switch and then I can adjust this rheostat. And we can see the motor up here will start turning. So there we go. It's turning now, driving the sawmill. And then I can bring it backwards. So if I switch this switch down, turn the switch, it will drive it backwards. Eat your heart out, Matt Cremona. Although it is pretty fun probably driving it manually how he does. So that seems to be working. Now, how does all this stuff work with the boxes that are in there? I'll show you really quick. These are 3-phase motors. 3-phase, very important. So in here, in the little mill house that we have, these are VFDs. So I actually have single phase power that comes up. This is single phase 600 volt that comes up. And this is a 40 horsepower VFD, also called an AC drive. So the single phase comes in and 3-phase power comes out of this magic box. It's amazing. This one literally just needs to start, turn on, and stop, turn off. Very, very simple, just a switch on and off. These two, a little bit more complicated. We have the up-down VFD, and then we have one for the drive motor, so forward and reverse. Now, you can see here, they have terminal strips on here, which goes to that rheostat and that switch. So you have to obviously know how to wire all this, all these wires here. This is the up-down, so you can see it's a little bit simpler. That basically when this wire is engaged, it goes up. When this wire is engaged, it goes down, very simply. Where this one's a little bit different, that we have a rheostat on there. You have a forward, reverse wire, and then you also have an on-off wire. So you got more stuff going on here, but same idea, single phase is going in, 3-phase is going out. The advantage to the 3-phase is that you can control a 3-phase motor with a VFD like this, allowing full control of the speed, all sorts of stuff, braking, ramping up time, all sorts of good stuff. So these are needed 100% for what we're doing, and I'm super stoked. I just got them running. Woo! All right, let's make some sawdust. The boys will be cutting on the big mill today, and this is where you are spatially, just so you understand. This is the mill house where we do our sharpening. Sharpening. This is our Wood Miser. This is a BMS 250 sharpener. Got a CBN full profile wheel on here. Sharpening wheel. Oh, it's not, oh, she's a little gunked up. And then this does, this pushes the blade through. This comes down, sharpen. All right, let's let the guys get to work. We got a big cherry log on the mill. There it is there. They're gonna be cutting it up. All right, we just kind of walked the yard a little bit. We marked a bunch of logs. As you see, we have logs everywhere. Troy's kind of trying to get out of the camera. Sawmill's right there, and I'm gonna leave them to it. They're gonna get some lumber cut, hopefully. Fingers crossed, sawmill runs good for you, Troy. Fingers crossed. All right, walked down to the shop, and we have not a surprise, but this person called me yesterday. They got some walnut logs in this trailer right here. One bigger one, and then the rest are pretty small. So they're trying to decide if they're gonna sawmill them and dry them, or just sell them to me, or maybe the big one, they'll keep that one for themselves and make table out of it, and then sell me the smaller ones, or some sort of exchange. Whew, that's all stuff we need to figure out. So Troy's taking care of that. They're gonna dump those off. I'm gonna call the owner later today. All right, so I just came up to check out what's going on the sawmill, and we have one cut so far. Very, very poor production efficiency, but that's because we have an issue over here. Always something, folks. Always something. So over here we have our tensioning rig, and it had a broken part in it, so we've recently replaced it, and now we're just figuring out how to bleed the oil, I guess, Mitch? Bleed it, yeah. Yeah, we're just trying to figure out, we got some air in this line, or it's not holding tension properly. Basically, this thing pumps. It's got a bunch of hydraulic fluid in it. It goes through here, and it's got a little ram right here, which pushes on this wheel, and it pushes this way, and it tensions the blade. So very, very important to have it working correctly. It's got a little gauge on there too, so we can tell how much tension to put on there. But Mitch is working on that, and hopefully we start getting this cherry log cut up, because from what I can see, it's gonna be pretty darn nice. It's got a little curl to it. So you can see right here how the edge has this wave going on, and that's gonna transfer in to the grain pattern of this log. So should be pretty interesting. It looks a little rotten here, but it actually is pretty solid. Most cherry around me, this size, is pretty much rotten on the inside already. So kind of a shame around here. We don't see too much cherry this size. But Mitch is gonna start cutting her up, and we'll follow up with him later. Let's head into the wood shop, see what Justin is getting accomplished. We're hoping to shoot photos of those desktops shortly. So he better been working his butt off, which I'm sure he has. He has. He's a good guy. I do some digs at him, but it's all in good fun, folks. So let's head on into the shop. All right, what do we got going on?
Finishing going on.
Ooh, don't drop it, Andrew. So this is the crystal clear epoxy. We just got a coat of lacquer on the top side here. Spalted maple. The underside, as you can see, still needs to be sprayed. But you can see this is sanded to 220 on the underside. And then, so this top side looked exactly the same as this underside. You can see how when you spray it, it brings it right back. You can see right through to our sawhorse. Ooh, this wood is beautiful too, eh? You think about that. All right, that's the first coat of lacquer on this poplar table. Although I'm not actually happy, which is kind of disappointing. But we can see in here, when we did the pour, the poplar itself had some tear out. So it was pretty rough when we poured it. We should have cleaned it up a bit more. And that's filled, and I just really don't like how that looks. So we're actually gonna take this back through a wide belt sander so it doesn't have these fill marks. I'm just, yeah, not too happy with it. Overall, the epoxy looks fantastic. Everything else looks great. Crazy figured. Super happy, but I don't like this. Update on the single slab walnut that we had going through. So we did an initial fill on the remaining things. And as you can see, it kind of gets sucked down there. So we're gonna be adding some more. But it's gonna be one gorgeous table.
Hola.
Hola, everyone.
iPhone 11. How's that quality?
It's good, man. It's good. We are here today. We're going to be shooting photos for the Chemtech labels on their pails, which is pretty exciting. This is a bar top coating that we've done with the natural product, and we're going to be figuring out how to get a nice shot of this, something like that angle or somewhere around there. So we're going to figure that out, and then we got some more to do. So we're just setting up. Okay, so we have something figured out. I had a roll of white paper that I had for a long, long time. Sebastian brought in some lights. Just got a really trick polarizing filter. Is that what it's called?
Polarizing filter, yes sir.
Polarizing filter for the lens of the camera, so it stops that reflection that you get. I had no idea. The pro knew exactly what to do. He's saying hold on. He's saying hold on. He's running around. He's running around. Oh, the audio, folks. The audio. Boom.
Let's try.
Ah. All right, everyone. Lunchtime for me. Sebastian is gonna work through it because he just got here. So he's getting some fantastic shots of this bar top coated half cookie, I guess, a little desk, a little live edge shelf kind of thing. Off for lunch to me. That made no sense. Here's my chariot. right, everyone, we are now in the wood shop. I've been busy for the last couple hours. We've been doing all sorts of stuff. But right now we are filming. Sebastian's still here. We moved on from photo taking, which are some nice photos, by the way, to filming. This is actually kind of cool. We're doing a video on how we mount steel table legs using threaded inserts. Got the threaded inserts, the bolts, the drill bits, and the director, the producer, the editor, the videographer, the sound manager, color grading, keyword, SEO, YouTube uploader. Thanks, Sebastian.
No problem.
All right, we're gonna give you a little slow-mo shot of some sawdust being blown around. Hope you enjoy. Good night, guys. The kiln will be ready to go in the morning.
Okay, thanks.
See you later, Mitch. You in tomorrow too?
Yep.
Oh, we got some heavy lifting now, boys. Actually, we got all the water sucked out, so it won't be too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the walnut boules go in, 2 of them,
Yeah.
and then other things. You know what's going on.
Yep.
Okay.
Watch the vlog once it's up. What? There's just a funny part.
Oh, that's a funny part with you.
That's not it. I didn't consent to that.
All right, that's it, folks. It's a wrap. Filming is complete.
Yes.
I am currently sitting underneath a table. We just attached these steel table legs using threaded inserts. Voila, stay tuned. We'll have this up on the YouTube video shortly. Thanks, Sebastian. All right, so it's 5 o'clock. Everyone has gone home. The shop is empty. Of course, I'm still here doing stuff, lots to do. Got some invoices to do. I got some, I've been up on the phone a lot today. We made a dedicated video here on mounting steel table legs using threaded inserts. And now I'll just give you a quick little walk through the shop. It's nice and quiet. Give you a little update on how the projects went today. All right, so here we go. This is the clear epoxy. And we are needing to take photography pictures of this thing, spalted maple. So what we like to do is we spray heavy coats of lacquer on it, and we're actually going to rub out the lacquer to keep it nice and crystal clear. So far, Justin looks like he's doing a great job on this. The spalted maple is stunning. And then the rest of everything. So like I said, we got a video filmed installing steel table legs using threaded inserts, so that'll be up on the YouTube channel shortly. Sebastian was here most of the day also taking pictures. This was the other tabletop that we were hoping to take pictures of today, but I was not happy with the end result of the finish, so we ended up getting it through the wide belt sander and then hammering it a bit more with the hand sanding. Obviously Justin's been working on that. Justin, need to clean up. Look at this. It's okay though. He should be working on it first thing in the morning. The single slab has gotten most of its defects filled. I'm just about to top up all these smaller ones. You can see it has still sank in a bit. I can still push into the epoxy and leave my fingerprint, so I'm able to still pour this epoxy and I'll get a fantastic bond. That is a massive, massive slab. And with the rest of the shop, not too much has happened. Pretty much all the busy work has been back here. So that's it for vlog number 1, filmed all with an iPhone camera. Hope you enjoy. I hope I get better at doing this. So let me know if you have any suggestions or comments on what I'm doing. I'm actually going to be watching some YouTube videos tonight on how to film a vlog using an iPhone. Until next time, everyone, make it a great one. We'll see you soon.